Believing is the first step to achieving. When you want to achieve something in life, the first thing you must do is to believe you can achieve that something. Without it, your dreams and goals will be pointless, because you will be second-guessing your capability and doubting your skills, instead of taking the necessary actions that will make you achieve. Dreams and goals can be very ambitious and will demand a lot from you. If you don't believe you can achieve them, you won't take the first step. If you lack the necessary courage and determination to take you from where you are to where you want to be in life, you won't move because you fear that you might fail. Therefore, the only way to actually do it is to believe you can do it. If you don't believe you can, who will? By believing that you can do something, you'll influence others around you. When you set goals for your life, those goals are specific to your person, but they always rely on someone or a group of people to actually become a reality. Let's say you want your book published. You need the editors to believe in your writing and work ethic. Or, another example, you might want to reach the professional status as an athlete, so you need the scouts and team managers to believe in your capability. Of course, there are a bunch of stories from people that made it after being rejected countless times or build their own lane. But you must not put your beliefs on the side. Some people actually did it after numerous turn-downs because they kept believing. For people to believe in your work and invest in you, they must believe that you can deliver. How will a company pay you to do a project if you keep doubting yourself? They will not jeopardize their money for someone who doesn't even believe in himself. By believing that you can, you will also make others believe in you and invest in your skills. So, the first battle to be won is with yourself. Let's say you are very good at planning, or even if someone did it for you. You have this perfect workout program that will land you the body that you want. Great. Now it's time for the first session. You have to run X amount of miles. You start well, but in the middle of the run you feel like you can't do it. Say no more. This is an example of how having an awesome strategy can do you nothing if you don't believe you can go all the way. The first battle is not planning or thinking of ways to achieve a goal, but to put your mind in the right place and believe that you can. Our mind has tricky ways and it will hurt you if you don't do something about it. You need to work on your mind. First and foremost, win that battle. It will help you if you do a little research about people just like you that have achieved the goal you're trying to achieve. If they could do it, why can't you? That's the conclusion one must make. Also, make a list of your life achievements and skills gained along the way. When you don't believe you can, you're probably forgetting those things and diminishing your capabilities in your own mind. Get a clear picture of who you are and of what you have achieved so far. This will boost your confidence and you'll start to believe that you can. Of course, you know that self-confidence can be developed and increased. So let's say that you don't believe you can. No problem. Will you believe forever that you cannot? Remember the first time you tried to ride a bike. You probably didn't believe you could do it, but with a little persistence and practice, you started to believe you could do it, and one day you did it. That's what is so motivating about this Theodore Roosevelt quote. He is encouraging us to believe that we can do it, and if we actually believe it, we will be able to do it. He knew people didn't believe they could, but that it wasn't a permanent condition. You can develop your belief system and start to believe you can at any moment. This is where self-confidence comes into talk. It's a personal judgment you have on your own capabilities. You can develop self-confidence and increase it by mastering life activities. To believe that you can, you must learn to master basic life skills. Just like riding a bike, self-confidence will increase and you start to believe you can. Now the best part is this. Halfway makes you go all the way. Why? I've told you. By believing that you can, you start to put things in motion. You know you're capable of doing it, so there's no second guessing. Action will be the next step for sure. To achieve something or to change something, you need to take action and begin to moving the forces in the universe. That's the halfway. Now, I'll tell you this. Not only you'll be halfway, but halfway will make you go all the way. How so? When you travel, does it make sense to you to stop at halfway to your destination, make a turnaround and go back home? To me, neither. And that's how it works with your life goals also. When you're halfway to achieve your goals and you believe you can, you won't quit and go back, you keep on doing until you reach them. You're getting closer and closer to your goals. Going back represents to start over. Halfway makes you go all the way. Other main thing is this: quitting is hard when you believe you can. I've mentioned before, but let's get deep into it. When you believe you can, quitting or giving up don't belong to your vocabulary. They just don't make any sense to a person that is committed. You might delay, but that's a different thing. You know, success is hard. It demands discipline and focus. You must be willing to make sacrifices to achieve what you want. People that don't believe they can quit at first try. People that believe they can won't quit easily. They are resilient and will go through whatever, just to reach their goals. You must fight your inner battles. It all starts by believing you can. You'll be stronger to fight your outside battles, and quitting will only be a mirage. Your beliefs make you unstoppable. Never underestimate the power that your beliefs have. They will make you give that extra push even if you feel drained. You'll find energy to proceed if you trust your capability. By believing you get this inside power and determination, it's like an inner force that makes you take the necessary actions to reach your goals, no matter what. You become unstoppable when you believe you can. When I say unstoppable, it's because someone or something will be in your way trying to make you stop. Remember of how toxic people and naysayers react to your desires to reach your goals and dreams. This type of people will try to move you from your goals and intoxicate you with negative words coming from a place of envy and jealousy. You shouldn't pay attention. When you're trying to be successful, obstacles will come in your way. You feel like you stepped into a wall that doesn't move. What you must do is to overcome those obstacles. Fear might freeze you at some point. Some past experience returns and triggers that fear. Again, you must overcome it. All these things can represent adversities that will try to stop you on your road to success. But if you build yourself inside with great determination and self-confidence, you become unstoppable. Negative talk from others, obstacles, and fear won't mean a thing if you're focused and relentless in the pursuit of your goals. You gain the necessary courage to just do it. This is the final reason, and it could be the first. By building the inner belief that you can, you gain courage. Why is courage important? Because it will make you go ahead and just do it. Regardless if you fail or not, you are willing to take action. Taking action is so important and fundamental to reach your goals, because doing is better than to do nothing at all. When you do, you might not achieve what you want, but at least you can achieve something and learn with that experience. You become sharper and wiser. When you do nothing, that's it. You don't achieve anything nor you get wiser. So, courage is one of the main characteristics that distinguishes achievers from non-achievers. I know you have noticed, some people seem to know everything, yet they are not that successful, while other people don't seem to be that smart, but they are hugely successful. People that succeed are those that have the courage to take the first step. They don't need to know much to start doing it. They just believe that they can, and guess what? They are halfway there. So, you have nothing to lose. Start to believe that you can from now on. And you're halfway there too. There you have it. Now, you truly know the importance to believe that you can.